Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Happy hump day, happy therapy day. It's been a kind of a heavy week, I'll be honest with you. I'm reading something right now that I'm gonna share with you here in a minute. But first, before we move forward, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for helping this channel grow. Right here today, I put my IG and my X, and also I don't talk a lot about my podcast. This isn't really my podcast channel. This is more my sort of reaction channel, but I also have a podcast channel that people have been asking about, and so it's the Buck Angel podcast, as you see. And also, if you could help that one grow too, I do interviews with people, and I sort of separated these and put the interviews over there, and then I put more of the reaction and commentary type situation here, so you can find them more in a specific space. So I just want to say that first. I'm going to leave that there for a minute as people start coming in. And I want to say thanks so much again for joining me. Thanks for building this community. Thanks for really helping us create an awesome community. I use that word loosely these days. As you know, it's just it feels like it's been tainted by the nuts. So if you're new here, I just want to let you know that I love shouting everybody out because I love to show how we have so many people from all over the world. And so I see, so tell me where you're from. San Antonio's in the house, San Antonio, Texas. Tell me where you're from. I'm going to shout you out, and then we're going to move forward and get into some really good, I hope, good conversation today, because I have a lot that I want to get off my mind. Okay, so we have Florida in the house. We have Belgium in the house. We have Netherlands in the house. We have New Zealand in the house. We have Wisconsin in the house. Oh, I'm missing you. If I missed you, come back. Okay. We have North Idaho. We got Florida. We got Flagstaff. We Utah. New York City. Sweden's in the house. Hey, Ellen. We got South Africa in the house. Flagstaff in the house. God, you guys are moving fast. Colorado, rural Virginia, Washington, Santa Rosa, Portland, Cleveland, Germany. I told you guys this is awesome. Seattle, Minnesota in the factory, Connecticut, UK, Alabama, Manchester, right on. We got Western North Carolina. We got New Jersey. We got Germany, Colorado, Kentucky. Keep them coming, friends. We got Scott giving us $5. Right on, Scott. You rule, dude. Thank you, friend. I can't do this without you guys, so I appreciate the support with the channel. Indiana, BC, Canada, Denmark, UK, New Hampshire in the house, Denmark, United Kingdom, Indiana, Muju, Sasquatch. I don't even know. Is that for real? Because if it is, if anyone could wait, not this one, this one. Where's that? Oh, okay. And Florida, Latvia, EU, Florida, Canada, Calgary. My dad played football in Calgary. My mom's from West Virginia, Arkansas, Ohio, BC, Canada. Hey, I had an idea. What do you guys think about this? What if I here, let me change this. Hold on one second here. Let me just change this. I was messing around with stuff. I want to take this off here. Hold on one sec. I want to remove this. I was wondering, you guys, what would you think if I brought my parents on to have my dad might not want to do it, but my mom, she's super cool. And I think she might be okay with it. What do you guys think about that? You think it would be cool to have my mom on, and like you guys could ask her questions? And my mom is super, super, super cool, and you would love my mom. I just love my mom. She's so awesome, and she just is really into helping everybody. Thanks, Sarah, for that. Thank you everybody for really helping support this channel. Thank you. Let me change that format. I don't like it. And thanks for being a member. Thank you so much. I think it would be really fun. Hold on. I apologize, you guys. I was playing around with the styles here. I think I like the classic style better. You can read it better. My old man eyes. So, I think, thanks for being a member for 9 months. That really means a lot to me. I think you guys would really enjoy having my mom we could ask her questions, and she could talk a little bit about my childhood. And there's just a lot of really, I think, interesting things. I don't think my dad will do it. My dad is not that guy. Just so you know, he's the guy that's like, no. My mom is the one who wants to go to my mom used to go to the drag shows with me back in the day when it wasn't all weird. My mom would go, I also want to tell you this little tidbit right here. my parents told me that before us kids were around, my parents would go to drag shows. And there was, I think I told this story a long time ago, but I want to reiterate and I want to say it again because I think it's important. My parents went to drag shows, but it was called female impersonators, right? So they went there. It was here in Los Angeles in the Valley, and they would go to this place. I think it was called the Queen Mary. Maybe that's what I think it was called. And they would see female impersonators. This was in the 70s, people, the 70s. So in the 70s, my parents were going to see, my parents did all kinds of cool stuff like that. They were just like super chill. And I think it's why on some level, growing up the way I did as a tomboy, and they never really had such an issue with it when I was a kid. They just sort of just let it be. You know what I mean? Just let it be. My mom said she was a tomboy. And then, so I think in my last post that I posted on here and on my social media, I was talking about that I was not a trans kid. And I really hate when people tell me I was a trans kid because that is not my story and that is not my history. I was a little girl who wanted to be like the boys, dress like the boys, play like the boys, and on some level wanted to be a boy. Never ever in my life did I think I was a boy, ever. And as I got a little bit older, I struggled with it a little bit because masculine women, even to this day, aren't necessarily celebrated, right? So I wasn't celebrated as a masculine girl. Feminine girls are celebrated. Masculine girls were always looked down upon. And I don't know if anybody in the house today is a masculine female. And if you still deal with that, because I don't know, I'm not in that space anymore. But I will tell you, living my life as a masculine female was not easy, but it is not why I transitioned. Okay. On some level, it's not why I transitioned. But I also think to myself, is it why I transitioned? Because I wasn't being accepted? The thing that's interesting is as I grow older and as all this new trans stuff comes out, I really start to, what's the word I'm looking for? I really start to sort of look deeper, introspect. Is that the word? I start to think and look at myself differently than I did before. Hey, KKB, thank you for that. Thank you for being a voice of reason. I've been a longtime follower and have always appreciated your willingness to speak truth, even when it wasn't cool. Thank you. P.S. I'm a straight conservative woman who believes we aren't only. Thank you. And I swear we prove it here in our community, people. We prove it. Thank you, KKB. We prove it. I don't care what anybody says. They keep telling me you hate me, by the way, KKB. They keep telling me you hate me. They keep telling me that I'm bootlicking you. They keep telling me that you're going to turn on me. They keep telling me all kinds of stuff, and it's not happening. I just keep getting more and more of you. So I appreciate that really big gift. It means a lot to me. And this is really why these conversations to me are so important. And, so I want to go back to introspect, right? As you get older, do you all look at yourself and think, well, 5 years ago, I thought this about myself, but today I would say that I think a little bit different about myself. Right? And I don't want you, I do not believe I made the wrong choice. I do not believe I made the wrong choice in any way, shape, or form. I believe that what I did is really important for me and has made me a better human being. I'm very happy in my transition, right? I'm very, very happy. I don't want you to think that. I will never not be this transitioned person, ever. But what I want to say is that I wonder sometimes, was I sort of not understanding that it was okay to be this masculine woman? But at the same time, I think I would have done it again. I would have transitioned at 30. I really would have. It's hard. It's hard to sort of say this in a way that makes sense to you out there and even to myself, because I'm not in any way against somebody transitioning as an adult. I think it's extremely important for some of us to do this. And I think it's important for you all to see that, right? Hey, Coca, thank you, friend. Woman here. We aren't going anywhere. You oh, sweet. Thank you, friend. That really means a lot to me. You guys are really, really so beautiful. And the gifts mean a lot to me. I can't even tell you how much they mean to me and why I feel so comfortable talking to all of you. Every time you show up every week and we have these, conversations. And as you know, I just go off this is not scripted. I'm not writing things here. I'm not following any, I just go kind of from my heart and how the energy is in this room. And the energy is always so great. Hey, KKB, thank you, friend. No, we love everyone who is fair, honest, wants to protect the innocents in all of this, no matter the cost. The children, we stand with you. Thank you. It's the children. Honestly, it's literally the children. It is why we all found each. Thank you, KKB. It is why we found each other. I do not care about anything other than these children. And this transgender community is lying. They are lying about children. They have an agenda. And I do not care what you think about me. And I do not care if you think different about trans kids. You go right ahead and put that out there, and you go right ahead and keep telling everybody that you were a trans kid. That's what I get from these trans activists. They come so hard back at me. I was a trans kid, Buck. I'm 26 years old and I transitioned, 5 years ago. But if I would have had the opportunity, okay. Let me just say this to all of you out there. I don't care how old you are. Let's say, hopefully all of you are in your 20s at least. Listen, think about when you were 16, okay? Everyone was 16. Every single person in this room was 16, okay? If you had the opportunity at 16 to, let's say you hated your nose, okay? Let's say you hated the size of your breasts. Let's say you hate, there's a 16-year-old in the room. Okay, that's cool. It gets a little adult in here, but I appreciate you telling me how old you are. I don't have any, I just want you all to see this is a 16-year-old in the room today. Okay. So thanks for joining us. And I hope you get something out of it here. But I just want to ask all of you adults here. Okay. Listen, if you had the opportunity, and here we go. Here's somebody right here. Thought I was a trans kid. I was an unsure kid. And we didn't even have that language. But going back to all of you, so you can relate to what I'm talking about, because you're not all trans in this room. If you have you hate it, okay, girls too, mostly. I would say boys have body images too, but boys have muscle images, right? At 16, if you had the opportunity to change your nose or something that dealt with surgery or hormonal stuff, I want to know how many of you would have taken the opportunity, thumbs up, would you have taken the opportunity at 16 to do irreversible surgery, okay, because you hated something about your body, okay? Breast reduction. I'm going to say a little different about breast reduction. That could also be a health issue, right? But, right, I mean, come on. You wanted a liposuction and a nose job. You know what I'm saying? So Lisa says no, but I will say that the majority of you at some point at 16, 17 years old, you would have done something if it was handed to you, in my opinion, without understanding the consequences of doing it. I know a 16-year-old who had a nose job, okay, when they were 16, and now they wish they didn't do it, right? So I'm trying to show you, and thanks for being honest here. Some of you said no, so that's great. You were much more self-aware than I was at 16. At 16, I wonder if at 16, would I have transitioned? I wonder. I actually do, because I was struggling. I mean, I struggled with my sexuality. I did not struggle with my gender. I was attracted to girls. I was a very masculine girl. I was so in sports, right? I was your typical dyke, sports dyke, 100%. Hey, Steve, thank you, friend. I wish the young people wouldn't discount what us elders have to say. They don't realize the real struggles we had. They should be, now, I know, but they're being told not to listen to it. Thank you, Steve. They're being told not to listen to us. You know that. They're being told by the mafia. By the mafia. They really are. Hey, VJ, thank you, friend. So I'm able to be in the live chat on Daily Wire Productions and get minimal trouble. One day on Daily Wire, admin backed me, and Michael seems to like me a little. despite my trans aspect. I have introspection to follow up with. Yeah, I don't think the Daily Wire is transphobic. I actually don't. I really don't. I think that they're willing to have the conversation with rational people. Hey, Lily, thank you, friend. When I was 16, I wanted a nose job. Mom told me that I could have one when I could pay for it. As an adult, I realized that my nose is important to my singing. Glad to mom's wisdom. So do you think as a parent, as you know, I'm a parent, and I hope I'm not sure how many of you are parents, but do you think, yeah, no, Lisa, this is a great question. It's a great question. Why didn't you stay a butch lesbian? That's what I'm trying to get to. Why didn't I stay a butch lesbian? Well, I'll tell you. From the age of 15, 16, I really got into my butchness, right? And I was sports, and I still love sports. And I was a high ranking female athlete. I was one of the top girls on every single team I was on. Even when we played with the boys, I was the first one picked. Like, I was a killer female athlete. So that being said, as I started to grow older and I started to come more into my body and my breasts started to grow, they did not start to really grow till after sports. So by the age of 16 to, like, I think, don't like hold me to this, but it could be 22 or something like that. I didn't start my puberty until late, you guys. Late. I started like at 16 is when I got my first period. So that's very late, but you have to understand, I was in sports. I had low body fat. There's a lot of things that sort of equated to why I didn't get my period. I don't know if it was just natural or because I didn't have a lot of body fat and I was a sports person, and that happens to a lot of female athletes. So my boobs really just a little bit started to grow during puberty, those little kind of things. And then my mom told me that I used to do this. I used to actually do this when I was like 11 or 12. Little things were like, or I didn't want to get my boobs. I would say, I don't want those because my sisters had them. I would smash my boobs. So I think as I got into an older person, maybe from like high school to like the age of 22, I really experienced being a dyke, being a hardcore lesbian feminist tyke. I'm not kidding you guys. I was one of those. And I wouldn't say I was a man hater, but I was super hardcore, wanting to be this butch woman. And I will tell you that I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike it. What happened was it was uncomfortable. Does that make sense? I didn't dislike being around the femme girls, because I was like super butch, and like, all the chicks liked me. It was crazy, you guys. Like, I never really had dated before, and I really never had. I was kind of always immature, as I am now at 62. I was always super immature for my age. And so even as I was kind of getting into the sexual aspect of myself and kind of growing into it, I was also enjoying the attention. Attention is something everybody wants, right? So I was getting, hey, KKB, thank you. Buck, do you think your long-term use of testosterone has given you any physical strength advantage over the time before you 100%. My God, you should see me at the gym. 100%. I'm super strong. I can outlift many guys. Oh, there's no doubt about it. That's why steroids are illegal in women's sports, because of that. VJ95, that's why don't let people tell you that is actually true. So on the introspection, Michael talks about finding meaning and suffering. So I think of why I have gender dysphoria. And among the reasons is that I needed God back in my life, and DW would lead me back there. Okay, good. I'm happy. I really believe in faith. I think I've talked about faith on this channel. I have faith. I'm not a Christian, but I have faith. And I believe that's one of the things that are missing in the young people today. And I think that's what they're seeking. And on some level, trans is faith. Trans has become a sort of church-like space. You get the same lovey feelings. You get the same sort of I'm a part of. You get this sort of uplift that you get. Go to any church or any kind of faith-based space where go to a gospel, go to a Baptist church where they're singing gospel. You will feel like a brand new person. You will walk away feeling like, doesn't matter what faith you come from. You will feel uplifted. So my point being is I think faith is what's missing. Hey, Lizzie, I used to hit my chest like that too. Yeah, but you didn't transition. So, right. I think girls do these things. It's why I it's why I really say there's just so many ups and downs and variables and things. How can you say a kid is trans? How can you even say that? I went through so many levels of things as I got older, right? I went through so many levels of who am I? What am I? Shala, thank you, friend. There's a narrative about HRT shortening. Well, I've been on HRT for 30 years. I'm not going anywhere. So again, where's the proof and the facts? There's a narrative, right? Listen to language, everybody. Please listen to language. Language is important, right? There's a narrative. There's a narrative in the trans community that's all full of shit. Okay, it's all a bunch of crap. They're making shit up. Trans kids are kids. We know who we are. I didn't know who I was. What do you mean we know who we are? What magical tranny fairy did you get to listen to? You didn't listen to the tooth fairy, you listened to the tranny fairy. That's a bunch of crap. Kids don't know who they are. I had no idea that I was a transsexual when I was a kid. Never did I have that. I never knew that. Nope. The Tribble Maker. Hey, Buck, did you watch that? Nope, I'm never going to watch it. I despise that person and I will not give them my time. So it does. It ticks off every single box of a cult. They are leading. It's a church. It's the church of trans. I really don't want to say cult because, even though it has a lot of aspects of a cult, but it's the church of trans. These children, young people, and when I say kids, I mean anyone under the age of 30. These kids are seeking something higher, a higher power. Right? That's when I got sober, I went to Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous is based on Christianity. It's based on a higher power. And the reason it is based on a higher power is so that you stop making it all about you, okay? And you understand that giving up your whatever you want to call it, I call it victimhood. Give it up, whatever the reason you're drinking and whatever the reason you're feeling sorry for yourself and whatever the reason you're, pounding, whatever you're pounding every day so you don't have to see reality, right? To me, Alcoholics Anonymous in some way is a church because you are giving yourself up and over to Alcoholics Anonymous, which are, if you read the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, one of those steps is giving yourself over, giving yourself up, admitting to your alcoholism, right? So on some level, you can literally look at a lot of the stuff that's happening in that trans community, okay, where there's the same thing. Just admit that you've always known you're trans. Anyone knows they're trans. You are trans. You don't have to say to anybody, your parents are bad. Get away from the people who try to tell you not. Don't look at anything else. We know what's best for you. That's exactly what's happening. And why I thank God that I did not transition in a community. I transitioned on my own. I transitioned after years of therapy. I transitioned as an adult who decided to try this on, knowing that I'm never going to be able to go backwards. My doctor said, you're never going back. It is going to do X, Y, and Z to you. So the person who was saying about faith, I believe that. I believe that a lot of these young people, if they got some form of faith, whatever that is, they might not feel so sucked into this trans agenda. Sammy thinks the way I was treated by a group of local trans women after dissenting from their opinions really opened my eyes how much. Yep, there you go. There you go. I don't know. Yeah, the Zizian. I'm doing a video on the Zizian, you guys. I'm deep dive on the Zizians. You're going to freak out. You are going to freak. Hey, Karen. Thank you, friend. What is your opinion on WPATH and the doctor's take on unknowing? First off, WPATH is a scam. WPATH comes from way back in the day. I think they started maybe in the late 70s, early 80s. Their intentions were excellent. They really wanted to help transsexuals, okay? Today, it's run by a bunch of wingnuts. They're fake. They're a scam. They lie, they steal, and they cheat. I hope that answers your question. They should be literally dismantled. Don't ever follow WPATH. It's a scam. You just look at the people who are in it. And the minute they started putting maps and Unix under WPath, that should be your complete total right there. They literally put maps and they put Unix. A eunuch is not trans. What part of professional, what is it? World psychological trans health, whatever the heck it stands for. What part of eunuch is there? It's disgusting, you guys. So they lost all credibility, just to me, exactly like ACLU lost credibility when they jumped on the trans thing. Planned Parenthood lost credibility. GLAD, the Human Rights Organization. Should I go on and on? So many of these organizations, so many of them. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for agreeing with me. So yeah, they should be sued. They're disgusting. All of these organizations, even the Trevor Project. I have so much to talk to you guys about. I want to bring up here because I'm just yapping away, but I have something to tell you that I kept meaning to tell you on the lives. I always have so much information. I've been reading a lot more in my life. And well, first I'll tell you this. So let me write this down so my old brain doesn't forget what I actually really wanted to tell you. But I wanted to tell you that I signed with a literary agent. I'm so excited, you guys. It's literally happening. And I have a writer and we are moving forward. And I'm hoping this writer is going to blow your mind when you find out who it is. It's just going to blow your mind. And it's just amazing. And we're moving forward on it right now. And we've been spending a lot of time together. And I'm actually legit now. I'm a legit actual, like, going to have an actual real book out there. And so I just want to let you all know, thank you for having interest in it. It helps me to get the book out there because they look at all these things. They look at things like, who's your demographic? Will people buy the book? Are people interested in your story? And so when all of you write things like, God, book, that's so great. We're all going to buy your book. I get to show them that people are interested in my story. And I also want to let you know this, okay? I want to let you know this. It's not a book about trans. It's not a book about trans. I don't want my book to be about trans. It's why I waited for such a long time for the trans narrative to sort of go over there. I want my book to be about survival. I want my book to be about becoming the person you've always chosen to be. I want my book to be something that will be around forever, and that in your life you struggle, and in your life those struggles can mean something or they can mean nothing to you. But I have learned in my 62 years that my struggles mean something, and they have helped me become this confident, honest person where I wasn't that person before. And so really the book, I just want you to know the book isn't about being trans. The book is about all the things I went through, and you are going to be freaked out by all the things I went through to get to the other side, and to be able to be here today to talk to the world and to not talk about so much about my transition. That's a little part of the book, but really just about how I became me and how I overcame alcoholism and drug addiction and cutting and wanting to off myself and, all the things that people struggle with. It's not relegated to being trans or LGBT. It's literally a human story. And I think the reason why that's important to me is because young people do struggle as well as old people struggle. And sometimes you don't feel that you have a purpose. And it took me a long time to find my purpose. And when I found my purpose, which is really my purpose, is to be honest to the world about my life and why I did these things, and to give somebody else on some level shoulders, my shoulders to stand on and push you up to the next level, because I won't be here forever. So on some level, it's like I want to be strong for you. And I want to be strong for the people who are struggling and feel like they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's so important that you see people that you can sort of on some level relate to, and that they don't have to be in a group of people. They don't have to be LGBT. They don't have to be black, green, blue. They need to be a person. And, that's why I love that word integrity. Integrity it's just really a part of my life, and really something that has helped me on so many levels to learn what that means. Hey, Ellie, thank you, friend. We need another Buck Angel and Blair White video. Oh, yeah, I will do that. You two are so good together. The chemistry between you is really special. I love her a lot. Also, looking forward to your book. Thank you. You know, I love her a lot. Me and her are really, really, really close. I feel very, oh, thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. You know, I feel very close to Blair. Blair, I will always have Blair's back, and she knows that. I'm a loyal friend. I am a loyal friend. That's one thing. If you are my friend, I will not backstab you. I will tell you got something black between your teeth. You know, you go somewhere and then you got food in your teeth and no one told you. And I'm thinking, what kind of thank you, Lana. And no one told you have a big chunk of something between your teeth. I'm like, what kind of a friend are you? I'm the friend that's going to tell you have a booger in your nose. Or you have stuff in your teeth. Like, what? Buck, I had a dream about your book. I was working at the factory on break, and I had your book in my hands. I was reading it. Oh, wow! Thank you, Crazy Socks. Well, you guys are all so beautiful and great, and you mean the world to me. So I can't do it without you. So thank you for really supporting and really wanting to participate with my book. So I wanted to. We were talking about the ACLU. We were talking about the human rights. We were talking about GLAAD. We were talking about all these scammy WPATH, all of the bullshit organizations that now basically are just about money. Why is it called GLAAD? The Gay Lesbian Association Against Defamation. But they don't care about gays and lesbians. They only care about trans people. They should rename the organization. They're going off the backs of the hard work of the gays and lesbians. And then they turn on them. They literally turn on the gays and lesbians. You can't write this shit, man. It's like an actual black comedy. Like, it's just so ridiculous. So I was reading this book. Have any of you ever heard this book? Oh, hey, Adam, thanks for being a straight white male. The fact that we have to even say that, hey, Buck, I'm a straight white male. I just love it. I think it's so funny to me. But no, I'm kidding with you, Adam. Thank you, friend. So have you ever heard of this book called The Book of Matt? I have to drink a little of my tea. I'm going to wait. I think I have a lag here. Have you ever heard of this book called The Book of Matt? Here, wait. Let me just grab this here, Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie. I keep forgetting GLAAD is a gay thing. Gay and Lesbian Association Against Defamation. That's what it's about. Yet they're totally talk crap about gays and lesbians. It's insane. So The Book of Matt, write it down, because I'm going to tell you right now, that book is mind-blowing. So I like true story. I like true crime. I like, stuff like that. So this book, do you all know who the Trevor Project is? Do y'all know what the Trevor Project is and how the Trevor Project came around? The Trevor Project came around because of that horrible death of a gay youngster called Matthew Shepard. I'm sure you've all heard of Matthew Shepard, right? So Matthew Shepard was murdered in a very horrific way, and basically in Montana, out in the middle of a field. It's horrifying, right? Oh my God, the story is horrible. Anyway, so they created an organization with his mother and father, and they created an organization to help gay people. And at first, I think it was called the Matthew Shepard Organization. And then from there, it became the Trevor Project. Okay, so this is how these things happen in our community, which are very important organizations. And it was just to help people with thoughts of offing themselves and dealing with gayness and all of that stuff. So I decided that I wanted to read the Book of Matt because somebody told me to read it. And they said, Buck, you've got to read the Book of Matt. And I met the author, and he's super, thank you, Rhode Island Street Preaching Ministries. Right on. Thank you, friend. So anyway, long story short, yeah, Laramie, Wyoming, right? OMG, you guys. This is an actual book that's this thick, okay? This thick. OMG. The truth comes out. I don't want to blow it for you, but OMG. It's going to actually blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind what is actually going on with the Trevor Project. Okay? So the Trevor Project has some things. I don't want to blow it, But I'm highly suggest you look in that book. What am I lying about? Okay, hold on one second. I love when people come on here and challenge me. It's my favorite. Hi, Road Warrior. Nice to see you, friend. And so, what am I lying about? And what am I not telling the truth about? Okay, hold on. And what am I not telling the truth about? Hold on, everybody. Just give us 5 minutes here, because I really, I can't tell you because I think you need to read the book. So I'll give you 5 minutes, dude. Yeah, what's the lie? Nick wants to know. We all want to know what the lie is. So what's the lie? What's the lie? These people. I'm really willing to hear you. Yeah, I'm really willing to hear you, dude. So where'd you go? So come on. TikTok, TikTok. So I don't want to blow it for you all, but the book was researched by a very good friend of mine. Okay. And where did he go? It's such a bummer when they do that. Okay. Yeah. The book of Matt, Heather, the book of Matt, right? So TikTok, TikTok. I'm not giving you much more time. Come on, dude. What's up? Oh, you're a crazy person. Okay, done. You're just a crazy person. You all see it. You all see it. You all see it. I want you all to see it. I don't lie. I don't lie. I might get sometimes my facts straight, but I read the book. I read the book and I know a lot. You're just a troll. I bet it's that same see, T-man means trans man. So I'm almost guarantee you this is that psycho trans man who completely. It is. It literally is. It's the psychotic trans man who comes to my room and tries to derail the conversation. Oh, okay. Okay. I got to get somebody to help me here because I got to get rid of this guy. Can you guys give me just 1 minute? No, let's just see what his stupid ass says. It's a troll. Totally. They don't like it when I challenge them. They don't like it. They hate it. They hate it. Why do they hate it? What did I say earlier? Get your own show, dude. It's literally ours. It's not yours. You aren't invited to the party. Again, I'm going to reiterate. This is our space. We created a community here. I am always willing to hear. You know that about me. Every single one of you is why you show up. I will. If you have something to say to me, say it, and I will have the conversation with you. But don't do that pussy ass shit. That's the kind of pussy shit I can't stand. Like, no, dude, you don't have nothing to say. You're a oh God, it is. It's that guy again, you guys. So anyway, I just want to prove to you that I'm not scared to have conversation. And these people try to derail it because they're in a cult. And that's what people in the cults do. They try to come after you. So anyway, go F yourself, dude. And I'm going to block you as soon as you say, okay, where is he? I'm going to block him. Hold on. Block. Let me just see. Okay. Hold on. Bye. See you later, alligator. That's how that works. That's how that works. I'm going to do the blossom stuff. Bye, Felicia. Oh my God, people. I mean, it's actually pretty amazing that we don't get a lot of those in this room. I'm shocked because the other ones are too scared to say anything. The other ones are too scared to say anything on here. So anyway, go read the book if you're really interested in learning the truth about what happened to Matthew Shepard. It is going to blow your mind. The truth comes out. I really don't want to tell you. You could probably go and look. I think there's a documentary made on it. Trevor Project won't talk about it. They're hiding it, right? So when an organization hides stuff, you should look into them. Okay. When an organization doesn't want to have the conversation, when you say, hey, Trevor Project, what about this information that has come out? So the reason why these organizations don't want like WPATH, GLAD, because do you know how much money they make? Do you know how much money these millions, if not billions? GLAD makes so much money from donations, okay, and organizations. They don't want to give up their money. They've lost their way. They've lost their way, and now it's just all about money. Diva, I'm willing to help you out and moderate for you. I have moderated live chats before, and I don't mind booting trolls and starting. Yeah, I appreciate that. We can definitely talk. I definitely need to get a moderator here. You know, I have a couple people that have been working for me here, who've been really showing up. Lisa and Anne, and you know, a lot of you. So I do appreciate that you guys care about this room a lot. This place means something, and you know, I think we get into some really good stuff here. Follow the money. follow the money. It's with everything. So those organizations lost their way. They were literally about helping the LGBT community. Now they're just about grifting off the trans nonsense. Buck, thanks for putting a positive voice for those of us who want to better understand the transgender community. Thank you, Jim's girl. Thank you, friend. Yeah, I'm not the be all, whatever you call it. I'm just not. I just have a different opinion. And you're going to get a different opinion here. And I'm not part of that organization called the trans community. I have never seen Buck outright lie. Buck has integrity. Thank you. Openly sharing when he's made a mistake is called integrity. Buck has it in spades. Thank you, friend. That was what I wanted to say and my growth as a human being. I used to lie, steal, and cheat. I got busted for stealing car. I've been to jail. I did really bad stuff to girlfriends. I stole money. I mean, I just cheated on them. I mean, I could go deep with you all, right? But that's going to be in the book. I'm not happy about it. I don't think it makes me happy to talk about it, but I did it. Okay. I did it. I did stupid stuff like that. And I learned from it. And I learned, what did I learn? Why did I do that? I did it because there was a lot of variables. I was on drugs, or I was dealing with my sexuality, or I was just not focused. I didn't graduate high school. I think I tell you all of that. I didn't do good in school. I was not an academic. I was a sports kid. Okay. And I hated academics, and I just couldn't get it in my brain. I was not ever diagnosed with anything. I could have ADHD. I could have all those things. I don't really care. I don't want to be diagnosed. I really don't. I don't want to know if I have any of those learning disabilities. I don't care. Why I don't care? Because it made me work harder. And as I got to grow, I was called stupid almost my whole life. And that, there's sometimes when I talk to you guys and then certain things come to my head, and then I just remember how hurtful it was, to be called stupid. It's not funny. It's not funny to call a young person stupid. And especially when they're struggling with their studies, or they're struggling. Now we can sort of maybe pinpoint it a little bit, and autism and ADHD and all of those things. But, I got called stupid a lot. And I cry because it did hurt. And it is gross when people come at you and say these kinds of things. So what that does is it makes you back up. It makes you back up. And it makes you not want to participate. And it makes you want to hide. And it makes you not want to go to school. And it makes you not want to participate in the world. And those are one of the things that happened to me. When you're getting called stupid, but you are excelling in sports, where do you think you're going to go? Where do you think you're going to go? You're going to head towards sports, where everybody gave you accolades. And every time you won a race, you were the king. And every time you brought home a trophy, you were so amazing. But every time you tried to do this, the times tables, or to write a letter, or to understand mathematical equations, you just got a blank stare in your face. And then you got called stupid. And then you were just pushed aside. So what do you think the kid is going to choose? The kid is going to choose where the accolades come from. And I chose the sports. And not that that was a bad thing, but it's the reason why I had to really buckle down and understand I'm not stupid. You can see the hurt is still deep inside of me after, oh my God, so many years of therapy to understand why it hurts my feelings. Because deep in my gut, I know I'm not stupid. But after years of abuse, it's like any abuse, a dog gets abuse, all of that stuff, then you just, sort of, oh God, they're back. Can you imagine sitting here and having a conversation with you all, and that just imagine. Why do you think this person, I'd love to know why this person has such a hard on for me. So, that's fine. Let me just get to this right here. I really want to, it's the same person. It's literally the same person. I just want to know why. It's the same person that was before. I want to know why people feel the need to do that. It's attention, right? So it's my fault right now. I hate. Oh no, they're actually mentally ill. They're actually mentally ill. They are. I hate veterans. What? Literally, what? My sister is a veteran. My God, you literally can't write this stuff, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna talk to one of you about coming on and being my. Okay, I can't give him any more airtime. It's actually crazy. So, getting called stupid all your life, it just really messes with you. And so I think my integrity, I'm going to block them right now. I think my integrity comes from learning that, hold on, let me just report him first. Let me report him here. Hold on. Oh my God, dude, go away. You have mental issues. Like, can't see, this is what I'm talking about. People need to take care of their mental health. Lizzie says, "You're not stupid. You need to fix the school system." It's true. When I was going to, remember, I went to school. You have path that doesn't stunt their abilities or make them feel. That's right. You might not have ADHD. It might just be you were told. Yeah, no, 100%. Thank you, Lizzie. It's interesting because I think when I went to school in the 60s, a lot of us struggled with stuff. Do you think gender dysphoria treatment in the future could be done without transition? Oh, this is a great question, MB. And I want to say this. There has been many, many people who have lived with gender dysphoria without transitioning forever. It's not new. So I do think so, 100%. On some level, maybe I lived with gender dysphoria. Okay. Maybe I lived with it for a long time until the opportunity to transition. Okay. So wow, you guys, it blows my mind. So let's get in. So anyway, I don't want to be all emotional anymore because that person just took me out of it, which was great because I don't want to be emotional anymore. But, I think that really being called stupid a lot really just messed with me for many, many years. So that's where the downhill started to go. And I didn't graduate school and I just got into drugs and alcohol and I got into bad things and I just became a wreck and I just spun out until basically sobriety. For reals, sobriety on some level really saved me. Not my transition, sobriety. So how do you like that? Let me change the narrative on that. It was not my transition. It was my sobriety that saved me because I stopped doing drugs and alcohol and doing cutting and all the other nonsense I was doing and realized I'm okay. I just have to figure out why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. So KKB says, imagine being so pathetic. You have tons of burner accounts so you can get your only fulfillment in life bullying other people. It's just how it is today. What a sad existence. I feel sad for their, I know I do too. Okay, I do too. I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt, KKB. I really was, but oh well. Oh well, that's stupid me, right? Kia Kaya Buck from your Kiwi fans. Right on. Thank you, friend. I hope to visit again soon. I want to. Buck hates another one. Hold on one second. I gotta get. Hold on. I gotta put another person out. I'm not bringing this one up. I had another troll. I just got rid of him. Basically, that troll said Buck hates being a trans man. Should I answer that? I just got rid of the person, but let me answer that real quick. I don't hate being a trans man. I'm not a trans man. I'm not a trans man. I am a transsexual, female to male. I live as a man. I don't live as a trans anything. Okay. So I don't hate being a trans. I don't hate what I'm not. Are you people ridiculous and stupid? Oh, I called somebody stupid. Bad. That being said, I'm not a trans man. It's the weirdest thing. They just can't deal with it, right? So yeah, another one, but I got rid of him. I'm not bringing him up. It's crazy. So let me just love you, Buck. Thank you. Thank you. I love this community. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the troll is having a meltdown. The troll is literally having a meltdown. How many burner accounts do you have, dude? Oh my God. It's okay. Wow, this slide became crazy. Have you heard of this? Let me get to this real quick here. I really want to talk about this. I want to share the screen here for a minute. Hold on here. Have y'all heard of this person? Wait, hold on here. Sorry. Have you heard of this story? Have you heard of the story? It says there was a trans guy who got offed, right? He got offed, and the story goes that he was living with these people, blah blah blah. But the reason I want to say they're back, okay? Just tell me who they are. Ignore them. Just ignore them. And if you, the more you ignore them, they just don't get the attention they need. They need attention. So, this story is about this trans man who got offed by a bunch of freaky weirdos. Okay. And so I keep getting a lot of people asking me, am I going to do on it? But I just want to bring this to your attention right here. 1 second.
Now to a case that has been getting national attention. Today, we are learning more about some of the suspects charged with allegedly murdering a transgender man from Minnesota in New York. Joe McCoy has the details.
Morgan,
Scary.
we want to warn viewers that this case is disturbing. Today, we learned that at least 2 of the suspects have a criminal history that includes sexual assault of minors and distribution of child pornography. This adding yet another layer to an already twisted and horrifying case.
We uncover new details tonight on the alleged killers of Sam Nordquist from Oakdale, Minnesota. According to the New York State Sex Offender Registry, Patrick Goodwin, one of the 5 suspects charged with second-degree murder in Sam's death, was sentenced to 10.5 years in prison in 2015 for first-degree sexual abuse.
So here's what I want to say about this story. I'm not going to go deep into it because I think it's really important. This is about a trans guy who got offed in Minnesota, blah, 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 blah. So I have a ton of trans people coming to me and saying, are you going to talk about, sorry, what's the guy's name again? Sam Nordquist. Am I going to talk about Sam? Let me tell you something. I'm not going to talk anything about this case until the facts are present. Yes, this person identified as a transgender man, okay? This person was offed, but I don't know why they were offed. Do you? Nobody does. The facts have not come out. This is part of the trans agenda that really bothers me. They are using this trans man's death as a political statement. It is actually disgusting. You don't know why this person got offed. Nobody knows why this person got offed. Okay. So that being said, why are you even having the conversation? It is sad that this person got offed. Okay. And I want to know why. Just because they're trans does not mean they're an angel. And just because they're trans, there's a lot of variables there. How dare all of you just jump on it like a trans man got killed? Like what? You don't know why. You don't know the integrity of this person. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying there are other things going on here. What is wrong with? So this is, I'm making a point to you. I'm making a point to all of you. Okay. Yes, a transgender man got offed. It's very sad. I am sorry. It is disgusting. These people who did it are sick freaks. But why? But why? Don't you want to know the truth? Because I do. Maybe we don't know why this person got offed, and maybe they were hanging out with really gross people, and maybe they were doing bad things, or maybe not. And then we can really put it out there that it was a transphobic attack, okay? But we can't say it was a transphobic attack until we know that they offed this guy because he was trans, or did they off this guy because he was doing something sketchy? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the part of that trans community that I hate. So because of that, I want to show you this. Okay, I don't know if you all know that situation happened, but look at this. So this is another thing I really want to show you all. So I don't know how many of these keep happening, but it's disgusting and wrong. There are so many trans women psychopaths. It is out of control. If I read one more story of a trans woman, terror, serial vegan cult, ones who killed. I mean, there's so many. You can literally go and just Google it, and all of these trans women in prison who were killers. There's at least 10 of them. Okay. And every day there seems to be getting more, right? So I really want to show you this. Thank you, Jim's girl. Thank you. Thank you for differentiating between thank you. So listen to this. So I don't know if you know who Andrew No is, but I listen to him because I really like him. So look at this. Look at this post right here. Okay. He just did this post. This is really, really important. This is another one. Okay. It says, a trans activist, Alice Michael Atwood, 35, was charged over a February 19th incident where he allegedly brutally attacked two of his children with a knife in Grand Prairie, Canada. Okay. His 8-year-old daughter had her esophagus severed. Despite the severity of the injuries, he was released from custody, but a family member has filed to have him detained in a psychiatric ward. What? Oh my God, he's back. On social media, Atwood posted about arming trans people with weapons, fighting fascism. Okay. He also posted about magic ritual screenshot. Okay. So how come the transgender community doesn't talk about that? How come the trans community doesn't talk about all the psychotic, not one trans activist has talked about the trans terror serial vegan cult? Not one. How come? But how come they're just literally fawning over this Sam Norquist trans man's death because cisgender people did it? What? Why do you think that is, you guys? Released from custody. Exactly. Shameful. So I really need you to see why I will not attach to a fake community. They don't even hold their own psychopaths, okay, accountable. Instead, everything is about me, poor us, we're being slaughtered. No, you're not. Guess who's being slaughtered? Other people. Children are being slaughtered. You weirdos are doing weird stuff, but you don't want to talk about it, do you? That Zizian cult of a bunch of trans people killed a border patrol guard, killed an old man, and one of them killed their parents. Do you know that? So no, go F yourself, trans community. You are fake. You do not care about trans community. You do not care about the trans people. You only care about what benefits you and your narrative. I'm tired of it, you guys. I'm so tired of it. I will not latch onto that, and I will continue to expose them. And then we got that same psychopath in this room. This guy's a psychopath. I mean, really. So I just need for you to see that. Oh, they're all over the Sam Norquist. Horrifying. Send him prayers. I hope that, the family does well. Nobody should die. Nobody deserves that. No, sorry. Even the psychopaths. I don't believe that. But that being said, how dare you pick and choose which stories get told? How dare you pick and choose that you're better than cisgender people? Because that's the message you're putting out there. Okay. My partner is a woman. My kid is a kid. Okay. My mom is a mom. My dad is a dad. I'm surrounded by just people, not trans people. I have very few trans friends, very few, for a reason. I mean, it is just insane that he has endless accounts. Literally, the troll has endless accounts. Who cares? I want to bring up a couple things to make, let's see. Oh, no, I have to show this to you guys because I find it to be really fascinating. I just want you to hear this. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Listen.
Is my transgender baby. Her name is Bella. Bella was born a boy, but now uses she, her pronoun. I am in the middle of trying to get a doctor's appointment in order to secure some medication to stop the male hormone taking over. Bella is 14 months old and is thriving in her new body. Now she's able to be who she was born to be, trapped in the wrong body at such a young age, has had a massive impact on young Bella's mental health. But with the right medication, we are going to get through it as a family. Just secured a grant as well to help Bella in her transition. So all costs have been covered, and it's such a relief. She gets to be who she wants to be. This is all she's wanted for years now, and we couldn't be any more happier.
Okay, so I see some of you are. I just had a feeling about this one's going around the internet like mad. Okay, it's not real. I just want you to know. But why this video is important, this woman is hilarious. She goes on her TikTok and just does the most insane, like she drinks beer in the morning and then gets her kid and puts, like, it's all a joke. She's actually making fun of the insanity of the world. And she did this to show a point of how insane we have become. So I think what I'm going to say is, it's really great that she is bringing attention to this in a way that makes people try to say, is this real? 10 years ago, you never would have said that. Think about it. 10 years ago, you never would have said, is this real? You would have been, that is a crazy skit. Now we're literally saying, is that real? That's what you got to think about here. They have brainwashed our brains, okay, to think it is okay for somebody to do this to a little baby, because some people are actually doing this to little babies. It's so insane, you guys. Okay, but wait, I have this person I found through somebody else. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Hold on here. Listen to this.
I'm a guy in a dress.
It says, wait, hold on. Can you read that? It says, are you a man? Okay, so watch. This person is brilliant. Sorry, the audio is all the way up, so if you have to turn it up, listen.
The short answer or the long answer? The short answer is, yes, I'm a guy in a dress. And this shit comes off at the end of the night. The long answer is, I'm a cross-dresser. And I love the aesthetic. Isn't this fun? It's cute. Keep it away from your children. Have a nice night.
So genius. I'm telling you guys that this is important. This is an actual real crossdresser telling you that he's a crossdresser, and like, keep it away from your kids, you freaks. And like, it comes off at night, and I'm a man, and like saying everything that needs to be said. It is so great. This is I'm going to find out who this person is and try to get an interview with them, because wait, okay. So there's one more thing. Hold on here. No, not that one. Hold on. This one. This guy is so insane. And I want to leave you with this, because I want to show you why the trans space has become so insane, because we have people like this.
We want to be free. Why don't we want to be healed? The reason we don't want to be free and the reason we don't want to be healed is because we don't know who we are outside of our pain.
Okay, so this person is just a clown. Okay, they're an academic. They don't have any psychological or therapy training. Yet listen to what they're saying, okay? These are the people, a mess, a complete mess. But these are the people that the kids, okay, worship. This is the kids' sort of God. This is what they are worshiping. Listen to this mumbo jumbo.
Why don't we want to be free? Why don't we want to be healed? The reason we don't want to be free and the reason we don't want to be healed is because we don't know who we are outside of our pain.
What? That you're actually what? The fact that that person would even say this, I don't want to leave you with I want to just leave you with this, because this is an actually really important one. I'm not going to bring the other side.
I said what I said specifically because I'm a constitutionalist who you don't know.
This.
You came to me
I'm going to leave you.
You were going to educate me, but I actually know more than you and everyone you know combined. So here's what we're going to do. I didn't say you're particularly interested in giving rights. You are. That's why you think your rights can be voted against, or that they can get rid of your rights. They can't. They are rights. So you can't vote against them. They can't take them away because they're rights. They can only take away privileges. And the Constitution protects your rights. It doesn't give you any rights at all. See how that works? And if you're protecting them, that means that people have the protection of the right to not like trans people. Not liking trans people is not invalidating trans people. It's not against the law, and it is not a unright to not like trans people. Trans people.
You got to listen to this, but hold on. Elaine just said I missed her super chat. I just want to get it. Sometimes it's comforting to know you're a perfect zebra when you're amongst horses. You're not stupid. Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate you guys and your beautiful words. This person nailed it. Nailed it.
Don't have to be acknowledged. Acknowledging trans people is not a right. Do you understand? Are you getting there? Nobody gives a shit who's routinely marginalized, as you're attempting to do that to other people now and saying it's fine because it's you doing it. It isn't. And regardless if you're marginalized, marginalization, racism, sexism, homophobia, and transphobia is not a crime. It's just things you don't like. Too bad.
There you go.
People have the right to dislike you and can voice so openly to anyone who will listen. Now be the fuck quiet. That's why I said it to you.
You guys can't not love that person. You guys cannot not love that person. And I wanted to leave you with that. Sit down. Nobody has to like you. That is the truth upon the truth upon the truth. Okay. So if you're going to be a little bitch and worry about everyone liking you, you need to go to therapy and deal with your own stuff. But how dare you force anybody to like you? Okay. And if you don't want them in your house, lock your door and they don't ever need to come in and around you. But this person said it. So genius. I just want you all to see that, and I'm going to post it everywhere, and I'm really going to reach out to this person, and I just think this person said it all. So with that, I want to leave you all with a lot of love. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for dealing with the weirdo troll. Yeah, we don't get a lot of trolls, which is pretty awesome. And thank you for really just wanting to build community here. And thank you for really just wanting to have great conversation and get back to a sense of reality and know that we can disagree 100%. We can disagree, but what we can't do is just hate on each other just because we have different political opinions or ways of walking the world. And that's why we have come to a space in this country where it is super divided. And if you're gay, you have to be a Democrat. And if you're a Christian, you have to be a Republican. And if you're Black, you have to be a liberal. And if you're white, you're a racist. And I mean, it's just unbelievable to me how we have just done everything that they higher controlling people wanted it to be, which was divide and conquer. They have done it. They have divided and conquered us. So let's bring back some sense of reality. Let's come together. Let's not worry about what we do, but let's be good people together. Okay. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I have a great interview tomorrow with a guy who put out a movie called The Inconvenient Truth, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm in that documentary. So I'm bringing him on live tomorrow at noon to discuss the film. And I think you're going to love it. It's a great documentary. And then on Friday, I'm releasing an excellent video that I think you're all going to love. So thanks again for the support of the channel. Please like this, please get it out there to people and all of that. I hate asking for stuff. You know that about me, but have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.